What's going on, everybody? It's your boy J-Man back, checking in with the people, back with another video. And yes, it is another PlayStation video, but no, this is not a PlayStation channel. I'm pretty upset with PlayStation right now. Well, Naughty Dog to be more specific for what they're doing in the Last of Us multiplayer. But if you want to hear my thoughts and opinions on that, make sure you check out the last episode of the Press Start Podcast. Over on the Press Start Podcast YouTube channel, we go live there every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. It was a great show. Check out what we got going on over there if you haven't been hipped to what we got. So yeah, let's get into the video. Let's get into the topic. PlayStation Now making some big changes to what they got going on over there. PlayStation Now, if you didn't know, is a streaming / subscription service that PlayStation has been offering since around 2014. In this service, you can get PS3 games, PS4 games, PS2 games playable on your PS4 as well as PC. Now, as far as PS4 goes, the PS3 games are streaming only. PS2 and PS4, you can either stream or download those natively. On the PC side of things, everything is streaming. Nothing is playable natively, and I'm gonna get into some improvements that I want to see from the service on that side as well a little bit later in the video. But just a little history on PlayStation Now. If you didn't know, they used to offer it on more platforms like TVs, phones, Vita, PS3 used to have it. And now it's just PS4 and PC. So if you had to ask me, if I was a bet man, I would bet money on PlayStation Now coming to those other platforms again in the near future. Just looking at the landscape of streaming and gaming as far as Google Stadia, xCloud, and what platforms those are available or going to be available on, I don't see why PlayStation Now wouldn't be getting back into those devices. I think they just needed to make some tweaks and changes, improve the service before they put it back out there like this. Now, the changes. Starting with the big changes, because I got a couple changes here that they had announced today. The big one, though, of course, is the price of entry. PlayStation Now is cutting the price of entry in pretty much half, depending on what term you're looking at. So, for starters, and the biggest one, is the yearly subscription. Now, I have subscribed to PlayStation Now a couple times. My experience with the service wasn't the best as far as streaming side back when I did subscribe, but it's been a long time. It's been over a year since I tried it, so I don't know if there's been any improvements. Actually, if you've got PlayStation Now recently, or if you have it now, let me know down in the comment section what your experience has been with the service from the streaming side. You know, we know what the game's gonna do natively. So, yearly. Around the holiday season, you can usually find the yearly subscription for PlayStation Now around $60. But at any other point, if you're getting in bed with the yearly subscription, it's $100 a year. But as of today, they're cutting that price. As of today, you're getting the yearly price for $60 a year. Like I said, the holiday promotions used to be. Great price. Like I said, cutting it almost in half there, saving $40. Moving on to the quarterly price, which is, I believe, like every 3 months. You can get PlayStation Now for $25 a quarter. That used to be $45. So you're saving a good $20 there on that. And last but not least, monthly is moving from $19.99 to $10 a month. So a $10 saving there as well. You're getting half off that price. I want to say thank you to Xbox Game Pass, if I'm being honest here. Xbox Game Pass has, I think, influenced some of these PlayStation Now changes from the PS4 native downloads to now the pricing point. I think PlayStation wants to stay in tune with the streaming side just in case things take off. I know PlayStation does well, very well for themselves when it comes to first party games and selling those games to people physically. But there's got to be some money in these streaming services when you think about how many platforms that these games can end up being on. You know, you're offering it on PS4, you got PC users, you get the mobile people involved, you get the TV people involved. It's just a lot of potential subscriptions. And I think the biggest difference between the two services as far as Game Pass and PlayStation Now is that PlayStation Now is not offering first-party titles day one. They're not doing that as of yet. I can see some changes in the future. As of yet, they're not doing that. They're typically taking games that have been out for a few months from the first-party side and bringing them over after pretty much they've done what they've already done out there in the community and seen price cuts. So, big changes to the pricing point, but also in addition to what we got on the price cut, they're also adding some top blockbuster games to the service. And this goes into kind of what I was talking about with the first party titles. They're adding God of War, GTA 5, Infamous Second Son, and Uncharted 4 to PlayStation Now, to the PlayStation Now library. Now, it's a little caveat here. These games are only going to be available for a 3-month period. So as of January 2020, you will no longer have access to these games. Will they return at some point in the future? Possibly, but 3 months you have to play these games and then they will be exiting the service. Now, I think this is a cool incentive for the service, but I think they can do a little bit better in terms of how long they're offering these blockbuster titles. Now, I read here that they're going to be bringing more blockbuster titles to the service in this fashion, where they're available for a couple months and then they go away. Cool. That's cool. But when it comes to a subscription service, I would like to see these games kind of stay in there a little bit longer. That way people have access to them when they join the service, whether it be now or a little bit later. But great games joining the service. God of War, come on. Game of the year, game of the generation potential. Uncharted 4, amazing game. GTA 5, I don't know who doesn't have that game, but if you somehow don't, you can play it on PlayStation Now for $10 a month. You know what I'm saying? Infamous Second Son, a cool early in the gen game. I think it was offered on PlayStation Plus. And now you can have it on PlayStation Now for a few months there. So I'm interested to see what direction they go in as far as these blockbuster titles. Will we be getting new titles like what first party offerings that they got? Like will we see Days Gone on there? Or will we see some, new third party games on there? Will we see like a Metro that Xbox Game Pass has, Devil May Cry? If I have to give credit to Xbox, even though their first party offerings have been slim as far as what I've enjoyed from Game Pass, they have been doing their thing with the third party titles that they have been getting on Xbox Game Pass. I give them credit for that. As well as what they're doing with the PC side of the service. And that's one of my biggest issues with PlayStation Now. The PC side needs to be improved. Excuse me. Getting over a cold. Sorry. The PlayStation Now PC side needs to be improved. It's only streaming. And they only offer that streaming at resolution of 720p. They got to do better than that. We in 2019 now, going on 2020. 720p. Like, if you have PlayStation Now, I don't even think PC is worth it at this point. Like, streaming at 720p, that's horrible. And you got to deal with latency and things like that. No, I'm not a fan of streaming games, but they got to do better with the PC side. From the PS4 and as a PlayStation Now, from the PlayStation Now as a whole, they got to do better with offering legacy games, PS1 games, PS2 games, PS3 games, and PS4 games. All should be on there. PS1, bring more of those. Not even bring more, bring those over. They don't have PS1 games at all. PS2, bring more of those over. They have a few of those there. They need to have more. PS2 has a huge library, as well as PS1. Bring those games over. Bring more value to your service. PS3 is streaming only on whether you have PS4 or PC. Figure out a way to get those natively downloaded. I don't know what you gotta do, Sony, but figure out a way. And then PS4, continue to offer what you're doing. I would love for the first party exclusives to be day one like Xbox Game Pass, but I know that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. They make too much money on those games to give them away for $10 a month on the first damn day that they come out. It's not gonna happen. It's not Game Pass. Not gonna do it. And think about, like I said, offering the PC side, give them the download feature as well. Give them a download feature as well from the PC side. like offering the exclusive day one. I don't see PC getting a download feature, but these are some of the improvements that I would like to see from a consumer side. You know, the more for us, the better. So yeah, this service is improving. It's getting better. If you have used the streaming side, I want to know your impressions and opinions on PlayStation Now. I really want to know, because this is something that they're going to try and get behind, I think, going forward, with, like I said, with the competition in Google Stadia, Xbox Game Pass. And yeah, I think they need to improve. I think they got in partnership with Microsoft when it comes to the streaming stuff with the Azure tech and all this other crap. Let's see how that improves the service, if at all. And yeah, going forward, let me know. Let me know, y'all, in the comment section what y'all think about this news. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Hit that like button. And I'll catch you on my next video, man. Peace.